say a word of prayer that for all those that aren't here, would like to be here on their way,
It doesn't have HDMI. I have to do it.
and otherwise. We thank you for all that are here. Help us, the ones that are here to share and communicate our ideas and thoughts. Good of everyone.
I'm gonna have to see.
In
I'm gonna have
Jesus' name I pray.
to this one.
Amen. Let me get my agenda out. I should have made a copy of it. I'd like to first thank the Farm Service Agency for the representation. They're going to give us some information on the county committees here in Delaware that support the ag community decision. So we have Mary Ann and Carrie Stratcher. Farm Service Agency.
You want us to go ahead?
Yes.
All right, so I just wanted to introduce you all to Carrie. Carrie is the new county executive director for Kent and Newcastle County. So she'll be that role, and if you guys go into the office to do any eligibility paperwork, sign up for programs, she'll be your contact in those county offices. So I just wanted to bring her tonight to introduce you and introduce her to the group. I have I brought a packet about the county committee election process. This is a whole packet. It has Q&As in it. It has the nomination forms in it.
Thank you.
It has a QR code of a link that you can go on to figure out what local administrative area that you might be in. So for this year, the election area is for Newcastle County. It's LAA2, which is like Middletown, Townsend, that area. So below the canal, but kind of cuts off at Townsend. So mostly Middletown, Odessa area. The Kent County election is going to be in LAA1, which is north of Dover. So that's like Smyrna, the Blackbird area, north of Dover, so Cheswold, all of that area. So that's where Kent County's election is. And then the Sussex County election is in LAA3, which is the lower part of Sussex County, so Laurel, Delmar, that area. But when you go on this, if you use this tool online, and you can just go to our website, the FSA website, you can actually put in your address and it will tell you what LAA you're in. And we do mail postcards to the election area of wherever the election is, telling you that, you know, if you're in our system as a USDA producer, you're going to get, if it's your area that's up for election, you're going to get a postcard. It says the nomination period has opened, and you just have to, you can nominate yourself, somebody else can nominate you. The form is attached in this packet, and also the timeline is attached in the packet. So the timeline talks about, so the nomination period opened today, and the nomination forms have to be submitted to a local office by August 1st. And then the ballots go out November 4th, and the election takes place around December 2nd, somewhere around there. And then that person would take office as of January 1. Okay, so that timeline is also in this packet. So if anybody, you know, is interested in the county committee, please put a nomination form in if it's your area. You know, the county committee is the end-all, be-all really to our agency. They make most of the decisions, application decisions when people apply. They're our knowledge of what's happening in the community as far as, you know, how crops are doing, or if there was a tragedy, or just, I mean, anything else that you can think of?
Well, I think we have to do a
different areas always have different weather problems, so since we're broke up in 3 different areas,
Yeah.
it gives a better understanding of the different areas. You know, our producers are telling us what's happening.
That way we can properly put in disaster declarations and all of that type of stuff. So, you know, if a producer's having an issue too, there are ears, they come in and tell us, that allows us to reach out to people. So, pretty awesome.
So, on each committee,
Mhm.
the, members, they'll serve three-year terms?
You can do three-year terms, three-year consecutive terms, okay? And then after the 9th year, you would have to sit out a term before you could run again. Yes, but you have to be elected each of those 3 years, or those 3 terms. You don't automatically stay
Yeah,
for
right,
3
yes.
terms. Each
Your
time,
time.
every
That's
3
what I was gonna
years,
say, do the members rotate, so they're
like the
each
chair, you
committee-
mean?
Or no, just in general, if you're elected to serve for 3 years, is it on a rotational basis that somebody is coming off every year?
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's-
the local area is changing every year. There's 3 local areas in
That's-
every county. So
Every year, somebody is
It-
coming off.
companies coming off, or they could stay if they're reelected
right.
and they haven't hit their term limit. Yes, yes. So that's how it works. Currently, right now, just to give you an example, who sits on the county committee, Newcastle County is Fred Stites and Lee Emerson, which is a dairy farmer, and then Paul Lester, who's a grain farmer up in Newcastle County. And then we have an advisor on that board. We have to have somebody, you know, to support the socially disadvantaged, so be it a woman or so forth. So Linda Brown sits on our committee as an advisor in Newcastle. Kent County is Elizabeth Carter, who is part of TA Farms. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of TA Farms. Alfred Moore, which his area is the one that's up for election, and he's actually hit his term. So we'll be looking for a new representative in the Smyrna area. And then, who am I missing? Oh, Greer Staten, who's the lower part of Kent County. And then in Sussex County, we have Richard Dickerson, who is the Laurel area, that's the area that's up for election this year. We have E.B. Workman, who is a poultry farmer in the Bridgeville area. And then, I'm brain fart. E.B. Mark Atkins, Sussex. Yeah, Mark Atkins, and he's a grain and poultry farmer. So this, you know, like I said,
But there's
Lee
nowhere that we
Emerson's
can find,
area. Oh, go ahead.
That information, like who's on each committee, it's not.
It's on our main website on FSA Delaware. It's listed on the left side or the
The
bottom.
county committee
I'm
is?
pretty sure the county, yeah, when I used to do the
Yeah.
website, yeah, I would put them on there.
Okay,
But
great.
as
Yeah.
long as she hasn't changed it since
Yeah,
a month or 2 ago,
Right.
they should be listed on Delaware. If you Google Delaware FSA, it's on that main page with Robin's picture, like towards the bottom, I think it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
our
Yeah, that's our state committee.
Mr. Harmon's listed
Yeah.
on there as our
That's our
state
state
committee
committee.
member.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
And
say
then-
too, because that's the county.
So there's a difference between the county committee is a locally elected, committee. Okay, so that stays within the community, within your local area. The state committee is a political appointee position. So that actually comes from Washington for that appointment. It's very different than the county committee.
Mm.
So, and that doesn't change by term, that changes by, the administration.
Okay, so the
So
FSA
every-
administration.
No, the presidential administration. So every time the president changes, every 4 years, they either keep the current state committee or they nominate and appoint additional state committee. So that's a political appointee job. Both positions are paid. The county committee gets paid for your time spent in the office, your travel time, same with state committee.
So,
Did I not explain that well?
no,
You sound confused.
when you say it's appointed, like, if
Like the
Tim's on
president,
state,
the president appoints,
the president of the United States
yes,
appointed Tim?
yes.
Oh, my.
I just want to clarify that.
Well, how would he have known about Tim?
Oh, I saw his name, he's the, when I looked up county committee, his was the only one I could find, but it was for the state, and I thought it was associated with our state ag committee, I thought it was under Mike Wisco's, no? Oh, it has nothing. Okay, Tim, you got connection.
It's usually, so the state, what happens is the state itself through, our leadership, maybe the State Department of Ag leadership, they work with the senators and office to put names in, and then from there, the senators advocate for that appointment.
Okay.
So the state committee is very different than the county committee.
President's basically rubber stamping, but they can't know who these people
Well, that explains it, thank you very
But the
much.
county committee is the committee that makes the local decisions in the local offices, so by county. They're actually also the ones that hire the staff in the county offices. So like they recently hired Carrie. So the county committee is the hiring official for each county if you're replacing a supervisor or so forth.
Do these county committees have anything, all right, like just recently, we had the sign to allow, I thought it was the state, maybe it was the county. We had these big, huge oak trees at the end of our lane, Chapel Yeatman Road. And so then they came out and cut them. Now, is that that's something else?
Right, no, this is, the county committee is still federal,
Oh, okay.
but it's just within Farm Service Agency.
Okay, just farms.
Yep,
Okay.
just Farm Service. They just administer the programs in the Farm
Okay,
Service
okay.
Agency, yes. Yep,
And
So-
just to clarify, when you send out, when the nomination cards go out,
Mhm.
it's to people that have had recent FSA.
not just recent, it goes to operators, it goes to any type of producer that's in their system in that area. So in that local area, so, operators, owners, and other
You
tenants.
say in the system, how do they get
In-
the system?
When you come in and apply for
Okay.
USDA programs,
People that have
yes.
interacted with the program.
Right, so you have
And
to.
they've never interacted with the programs.
Correct, so
Yeah.
you have to, have just like eligibility, you have to have a farm number, and you have to either be an owner or operator on a farm.
I thought, Wallace Daniels, he was.
He
was an alternate.
He was.
And he was saying, he used to get the notices and all, but he said he hadn't gotten any recently. I said. so
Because you
maybe-
only get them when it's your area that's up for election. So he hasn't his area has not been up for election for the last 3 years. So that he should be
When
getting.
people's terms, then. he-
Correct. So he should be getting he should get a postcard this year, because I believe he's in LAA 1. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then, like I said, those are nominations and the community votes. So, then we have open elections where we count the ballots. There's a whole process that we follow. And, the public is allowed to be present for that voting. I will tell you that I think my first year as the county director in Kent County, we had an election that had three people on it, and the votes were literally off by like one. Each person was off by one vote. We counted those ballots how many times, just to make sure that, So we submit that, we load it all into a system, we have to mark who voted, who didn't vote, ballots that got returned maybe by bad address or something like that, so it's an official process. But yeah, so, I'll leave these extra packets for you, and then if other people are interested, you're welcome to share. The other thing that I wanted to bring up today is we are looking to hire a loan assistant, which would then turn into a farm loan officer. So this would be a farm loan officer position. Our farm loan staff works out of Georgetown, so it's in our Sussex County office. This is a direct hire position, so we have not placed it on USA Jobs yet, because we're trying, when you do a direct hire, you have to have people that are interested before we put it online, because it's only posted for a short period. It's like 5 days. So we want to make sure that we have interest before we post this job for 5 days, and then nobody applies, and then we have to go through the whole posting again, which isn't the easiest process. So if any of you guys, please, if you know anybody that may be interested, I can't give you this because it has official stuff on it. But what it would be is you would go through the farm loan training program, and you would start out as an assistant, and then it's about a 2-year program. You go through farm loan approval training, and then you, at that point in time, you would become a farm loan officer. So you would be actually administering the loan program for Delaware FSA. So if you have anybody that you know might slightly be interested,
Is
have
their age requirement
18.
18?
Yes.
Education,
Um,
high school.
high school, it would depend on what grade level you would start at, based on your experience and your education. So most likely if you are just high school with little or no experience, you would start at like a grade 5, but then you could work your way up from there. So and then if you, let's just say you had experience in some kind of agriculture or loan making, or loan, not even maybe not loan making, but loan support, you know, you could start at a higher grade. But yes, 18, a high school grad. Like I said, the position would be in Georgetown. That's where the duty station would be. Recently, it used to be that people didn't particularly always want to work in Georgetown because in the federal government we have what's called locality, and Sussex County was not part of that locality pay, and they've recently joined the Philadelphia area locality, so their pay, we used to, in Kent and Newcastle, we would get, you know, a pretty good bump of locality where they wouldn't get it, but now they've brought that all up to par, so everybody's the same. Trying to think of what else. Like I said, you'll go through a training program. You know, the ultimate goal, it's about 2 years, the program, the ultimate goal is for you to be a farm loan officer and make loans for the state. So please, 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 if you know anybody, or reach out to me, let me know, give me their contact information. Robin and I can give them a call and talk to them, answer their questions that they might have, so that we can, these can be difficult jobs to fill. You know, you have to be.
You only have one.
We only have one, yep. We have actually one of the person that was in that position just went to the county office in Kent she lives in Kent County, so she wanted to get closer back to home, and she's doing program work in Kent. But so we have that one position open. Yeah, so please, if you know of anybody, especially Chandra, if you got students that, you know, are just graduated and are looking for a job, you know, it's a great place to work. So anyway, and then the only other thing I have is, if you guys, I don't know if any of you have ever met him, but Ziggy Savage from Sussex County, if you guys can keep him in your prayers. He's on life support. In Seaford, he went to cardiac arrest at the office 2 Fridays ago. So, yeah, keep him in your prayers. He's been a long time NRCS employee for us, so, yep. I think he's been there for 41 years. So, and he's young. He's two, you know, a college age kid and then a middle school age kid. So, yep. So if you guys could keep him in your prayers, that would be fantastic. Good.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And
You're the
you,
liaison?
oh, yeah. And if you guys ever need anything in Kent and Newcastle, please
That's how I
reach
got
out.
my start with farm service.
Okay.
I'm a Dell State graduate, and
Okay.
Ralph Crawford was my USD liaison back when Dr. Bell ran the ag department. Yeah,
Okay.
so pretty important. Yeah. So. Yeah. I've been there 25 years, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for, sorry to run out. I have a viewing to attend, so all kinds of bad things happen.
Yeah. You, Mr. Dow? You deal with my husband, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I will.
All right, thank you. Well, thank you.
I'm gonna tell them.
Okay, and then our,
I try to reach to our, students and stuff, how important it is.
well, they come in. I don't know.
Yeah, you should. I love it. I mean,
If Andrea's on there, if there's any,
Chicken got to say something. Is he still here?
yeah, he's here, but I didn't know. Andrea, anybody had any question?
no, I just.
Oh, she's on there.
In 2000.
And we're
I
officially
didn't
only
realize you had hooked
three
it up.
people in the state office as
She
of
wants to come
today.
here.
Because Lauren had her baby,
So it'd be
so
biology.
she's out for
She
3
was
months,
running
and
the
Courtney
question.
goes in tomorrow to have her baby, so she's out for the next 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They like a start time, like in July. She'll be a senior this year.
Okay. Oh, I think I saw it in the,
You didn't say that.
yeah.
She doesn't want to go to the ag side.
Okay. It's on Saturday.
She wants to be a dentist, so she's into horses, so hopefully they're not gonna pay for it.
Oh, it's at, pay for the farm. Yeah. Okay. All right, keep me posted. Okay.
All right.
Look forward to hearing. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Bye, nice to meet you.
Thanks again.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, just wanted to touch base about our recent communication, or my recent communication that I've received about our group. I've been getting a lot of texts and trying to work with Anthony on our website, and I refer them to that website, because a lot of times they'll contact me but through a text message, but they don't give me any phone number, email or anything, and it's just, I don't do a lot of texting, and I just refer them, just to let you know. So, and sometimes if it's like some of the announcements that I've gotten of events from outside of our group, I try to post on the chat, but just have to remind myself that not everybody uses chat, and pretty much everybody that has a cell phone will get the text message, but I just have to, that one chat box, not everybody's on it, so we're working on a way to improve that, I guess, hopefully. Trying to make sure the communication gets around to all people that are members and are interested. I just wanted, because I think I've asked some people back in, I guess it was April, when DSU sent me a notice about their President's State of the Delaware State University, and if anybody was interested in going with me, they could have gone if I had known. So if you're interested in attending anything, or I don't know a good way to let people know, let each other know who's attending what, or what somebody may be interested in, but it was a very good address that President Tony Allen gave. It was a very good affair. um, as well as the NRCS, Chief Cosby. He was at he attended a meeting back in April. And, I did let him know that, we've been really fortunate here in Delaware that some of us have actually benefited recently from. Hello. Are you here for the farmers conference?
I'm sorry.
Can you sign in?
You sign?
And just add your name and your contact information. Cool. But getting back to it, yeah. I did mention to Chief Cosby that some of us are seeing the benefit that, of some of the programs that USDA and NRCS has for our farms. Let's see. Also wanted to, next thing on the agenda was just to talk about that we've been having the executive officers have been meeting, trying to work out some of the issues that we see related to passing on information, like the membership, for one, and our bylaws. We've been looking at our form. Anthony currently has our form on the website, but we've just been in discussion about maybe changes to it. We want to include family and trying to work out how to do that. We haven't come to any firm decision, but that's some of the things we've been thinking about it. So if you want to join as a family versus an individual. The other thing we've been talking about is sharing responsibility. Marge has been, as our treasurer, she's been doing most of the secretarial work, and we appreciate that very much. But we've looked at, because of our age and sometimes health abilities, going to try to capture on that. We're also going to ask Tim to step up to be vice president. Since he's been doing it in my absence, a lot of times he and Corinne, and we've also asked Corinne to share the duty of treasurer to help Marjorie. And it's like a transition until we have our next election. We hope to continue to work on the bylaws, and I hope to have a draft by September. And also, we'd like to have any nomination, because I guess our next election will be in October. I think is the date that we said we would have our normal elections, which we haven't really had an election. We're keeping the same officers in place, but it's time, and I hope to try to transition to a lot of younger people. I'm sorry, but to hopefully transition so we don't forget our older farmers, and we're trying to pass along that knowledge and information, that link, which I think is really important. But
And the other thing was the website. Anthony's been working with us on updating the website. Of course, I think at our last meeting, he mentioned that he has the application on the website. And I think he mentioned our donation button, Give Butter.
Yeah, so, the application, I didn't put it on the website just so
Oh.
we don't get any like spam or any
Oh,
random things
okay.
like that. If anyone needed the application, we could do it through email and just so they could fill it out and send it right back. As far as the donation button, we have a donation button on our site now to where if any outside people wanted to donate or anything like that, it would be simple, but they just click the button, donate, and then we'll be able to access it and put it in our account to use for like future different like get-togethers or any workshops to do in the future.
And we're gonna try to have it so you could also pay dues?
Yep.
Can
And-
you do it now, or?
Yeah, we should be able to. Let's see. Let me go on our website.
Well, we'll check it out and I'll
Yeah.
give it a try. So hopefully by next meeting, we'll know. I'll be able to report how it works if I don't crash the system or mess up his fantastic work so far. I did want to discuss the farmers conference. I haven't been in contact with Chantel. Her mailbox was full. And Leandra, I thought I saw her.
I saw her name up there.
She's on the Zoom.
Can you give any update? I know Chantel said that they were starting to meet, but I don't know anything beyond that. And I apologize, we weren't able to meet the last month for May. But
Hello.
you can give
Okay.
it-
Hello, everybody. It's good
Hello.
to you know. It's good, it's
Hold
been
on.
good to me. Well, basically, NRCS was very interested in wanting to have another conference, and so they reached out to Delaware State University and me and they asked me as well, and then there's another couple groups because they wanted to have more of a BIPOC conference this time and have that's the term with Pacific Islander, Asian, African American, all of the BIPOC farmers for this particular conference. And the focus is going to have more demonstrations. A lot of it's going to be at the farm. I did request, that's why I sent an email to Ms. Pierce. I wanted to make sure that she knew about the meetings. I'm not on the planning committee for the university. And so, but I am working with that whole planning committee, but I'm not on the one for the university. The university, Delaware State University, is doing the logistics for the conference. And basically, they're going to just need, if a couple of you want to represent First State African American Farmers Conference, I think that you should be a part of it. And I suggested a farmers panel because I just wanted to hear more from the farmers. And so maybe the farmers panel might be something that you're interested in. They're coming up. Meetings, and like I said, I'm not on logistics meetings. But they've only had about 2 meetings. And so again, if you have maybe 2 of you that want to represent the First State African American Farmers Association, I think that would be good. I think they're also going to try to engage the other farm groups to make it, to have more people. But I think it's still also the goal is to have a little bit more hands-on. They'll still have some panels that will talk about financing, because of course, people are interested in that, the finance component and different programs that are available. But then they wanted to have demonstrations, like I said, and other things at the actual farm, the Smyrna one, and they want to have shuttles to go back and forth. And so that's what they were thinking so far.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
How much trouble is it to get, see if Andy would be able to, be on that committee, the planning committee? And maybe Chandra, would you like to be on it as well?
Possible.
Yeah, how much trouble would it be to get them added to that committee? Because they pretty much know how we operate and what types of, things that we want to see, you know, in the, conference. So
I think, well, if Dr. Winstead is the one who is putting together the logistics, and so, and, you know, and the university team.
Mhm.
And so we could always submit their names.
Well,
As
we want,
and, you know, just go from there. I don't think it'll be a problem at all. But I mean, I don't know, I don't wanna say that, you know, yea or nay with that, because they do work at the university as well. So I just I don't know, so I don't wanna overstep and say, you know, and Dr. Winstead is thinking about, you know, having someone that's not affiliated with the university representing the farmers. I just don't know.
and we
So I'm
also,
saying, but what I would do is just submit their names and then go from there.
and we also have farmers down south
That's what I
that would be willing to come up and do the demonstration with equipment.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so that would be something that, because like I said, NRCS is at the table, so those type of things, you could just really email, Chantel, I would say Chantel and, Dr. Winstead, those things, and then they would, because they are the ones kind of leading it.
Oh, so you're not,
And then we're
working,
just assisting them.
you're not
I'm
working,
helping, but I'm not no, I'm not doing the same role anymore. That was just when I was working with, you know, you guys, in trying to have the conference. Now, this is different because this is they want to do a BIPOC conference. And so basically, I'm just doing a section probably on outreach, helping them to, outreach to the community, to, you know, maybe to the school districts and things like that. And so everybody has more defined roles now after, you know, going through the process for the first time. And so like I said, everything is kind of defined. So the best way to go would be to go ahead and send those letters stating your preference about who you want there. And then if there are things like you wanting to do demonstrations or things like that, then make sure you convey that to whoever's going to be representing you at the meetings.
well,
Because
I mean, you did say that they were gonna, be doing demonstrations, correct? Isn't that what you just
So
said?
can I-
Yeah, they're gonna.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
No,
Somebody
I
was
didn't
gonna
say
ask
anything.
a
I didn't say anything. Yeah, this is Andrea. How are you doing, Patricia? How are you?
Hi, good.
So my question was regard to the time frame that you guys are possibly looking to have the conference. What actual, even speaking with you, Ted, what actual demonstrations are going to be able to be had if it's not in a season to actually do anything that's worthwhile? Like if it's an outside demonstration and we're doing it again in November, it's not going to be feasible. So what demonstrations are we going to actually be able to do? What type of spacing do we have? If it's something that needs to be outdoors and you don't have it at the right time of the year?
Well, I mean, they can always
They
show,
want to do it in November. Okay.
That's what everything
They're
you
gonna
cut
have it in
down.
November.
It is November?
Okay, yeah, they want to have it in November, I think it was 6th and 7th. They were still working on that, but they said, I think it was November 6th and 7th. And, the other thing was that, and the other thing I was saying is that, when it came to the demonstrations, they are, NRCS is reaching out to, you know, farmers and stuff because they wanted farmers to be even more active in this one. And like I said, more hands-on. So, and they're gonna have it at the Smyrna Farm. So, John Pendaniel and, Kwame are already, you know, they're doing the outreach to start, working on that. So they seem to, you know, we kind of follow their lead when it comes to, you know, the time of the year, those kinds of things. So I think they're the ones that are kind of leading that effort. And so that, I'm sure they're gonna include as many farmers that would like to be a part of it.
Okay. Well, we'll try to communicate with them and work it out, see if Chandra and, Andy can be involved too. as far
Yeah.
as-
Because, you know, we can do some type of demonstration.
I don't-
E-
now, we
Even
were
just
on-
showing how, modern, or you know, how the, auto steer and all that stuff works, you
Yes.
know, and, you know,
I think that would be beneficial, and as far as like farm demonstration, you know, if they have something in those hoop houses, it could, if it's well managed, it could certainly go into colder parts of the season.
And they're gonna have the tents, they're looking at having 2 big tents, 2 big, instead of 1, having 2 big tents so that they will have areas for demonstrations and stuff. But these are the things, like I said, it's the committee is new. Everything is, you know, that they started with is kind of new. And so, this will be a great time. That's why I made sure I emailed you, Ms. Quinn, so that you guys can go ahead and start, you know, right in the beginning, you know, putting your ideas and, you know, and participating.
Okay.
Because I just couldn't, the way my schedule is now, and I moved up again in leadership, I couldn't represent you if I wanted to, but, you know, I just wouldn't be able to do it in this phase. So, cause of just it's a time issue for me. But they have like I said, a really good logistics, staff from the university that is really taking it, to lead to help with NRCS.
Okay, that just reminds me, I have to respond. I have an email from somebody from the university. But I have to respond to her. I don't know, she didn't say what it was about, she just said she would like to meet at some point, and I didn't know if she, which, you know, if she could come to a meeting, I don't know, but anyway. All right, but thank you so much for
And
sharing
Linda's
that.
doing outreach.
Who?
Have you received something from Linda Mitchell?
No.
She's doing outreach to all of the associations and, you know, the farmers associations. That's one of the things that she's supposed to be doing, as well as 1890s. And so, I know that that's one of the things. So if you receive the email from her, it's, you know, it's to also get your input.
Okay. I'll look that up, that may have been her name, but I thought it started with, it was a different name, like
Milligan. Linda Milligan?
Milligan or Mitchell?
Yes. Did I say Michigan? I meant to say Mitchell. Excuse me, Milligan.
Milligan,
Okay.
oh, okay. No, it wasn't Linda Milligan that contacted me, it was another name.
Yeah, cause she's a community engagement person.
Yeah, okay. But I'll have to look that up, because it might have been related to that. Thank you so much for sharing that, and for still being involved.
Hi, Ms. Gwen, this is Andrea again.
Hi,
I
Andrea.
don't want, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but it's just in my brain wrapping around what the general population is of farmers and homesteaders that more or less attend that type of event, or the type of event that we've actually put together last year and are trying to do this year, is not necessarily what James does based on crop farming and that large type of farming. So I'm all for doing whatever and helping with whatever, and taking it down to the Smyrna site where you guys are, basically the hoop house is great. But looking at who actually attends that event is the general home, at-home farmer just getting started, et cetera, with regard to what type of demonstrations can actually be given for them to understand what to do and get started. We're not out there with big equipment, so I'm not saying not do it, but just for the future with regard to trying to put something together and time-wise, and doing this in a time frame and a season that works for the majority of people that are actually trying to farm. It's not gonna be November. November, we're wrapping up and we're already aggravated as farmers who are out there doing it because we get ready to hit that frost. So we're basically cleaning up. I mean, showing me how to make sure I clean up. That would be great for me because I barely do that in the fall during that November season. And my stuff is, you know, it spills over into the springtime. But nonetheless, the average farmer that is there to get the grants that are available, not even everybody has hoop house space or high tunnel space to that level of what some of the programs offer. It's great to see for people to be able to aspire to something, but I'm looking from a demonstrating mindset that we need something that's gonna either be done in those high tunnels, stuff to get people what some basics are to get started, how to look for different diseases, how to actually start in the springtime. Those to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, would be the better type of demonstrations than the big ag that we don't have money and or space in or land or equipment to run and do. I would love to learn the big stuff, but I already got to do some big stuff. So I'm just looking at it from this conversation, and my advice to be for when we do something in the years to come, that the time frame has to be in a different season, based on us bringing stuff to do demonstrations.
No, I appreciate your comment.
And I hope I didn't allude, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But I mean, I don't think I was clear about the location though, that's why I want to be clear. The location is gonna be Smyrna, and they're gonna have things on campus. Because I don't think I was clear when I said that, I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that as well. And that they were gonna take the shuttles, back and forth, that's what they were saying.
Right.
So that, you know, so that they can go. But I mean, what you said is well said, so what I you know, maybe you could be one that also could, suggest or send some of your ideas to the actual meeting, because that would be good. I think they need to, you know, consider that as well.
Yes,
I mean, that's just my opinion.
It just needs to be, to me, it's like, here it is now, it's, in my mind, July, even though they've only had, like you said, 2 meetings, we're really in July, and with July, we're also in a holiday, based on the 4th and all that kind of stuff. So, the time frame that we're doing right now, even in November, is put together, rushed, that if we now switch that to a spring type of event, it's gonna be too crammed for us to do it in November and to come back right again in March and April, which would be almost a better time when the season is starting for people to be able to understand how to do things, what things to plant at the beginning of the season in comparison to the fall. Fall is like, you know, cover crop, it's clean up, it's in preparation, which is great, but people that wanna maybe do some hands-on stuff, I just think it needs to be at a different season.
And don't forget about, you know, you tend livestock year round.
But it's, you know,
But who's got all that livestock then? I
Huh?
don't know if I could have all that livestock.
Well, Kwame's isn't he gonna be involved in it?
yeah,
Yeah.
goat and sheep. Yeah, I mean, and not,
Yeah, we do have some that do have livestock though.
yes, and, you know, just as conferences go, University of Maryland, they normally have theirs first weekend in November. Theirs is the 1st and 2nd.
Mhm.
And, you know, they have a lot of different areas, they try to cover different things based on people's interests. So if you express your interest, hopefully it can get incorporated in the planning, you know, depending on what it is. And if not in the conference, maybe it'll create a workshop that they'll have to cover it at a better time, or more opportune time for people.
Right,
So-
workshop, right, that would be great, that would be awesome.
And
As far
Tim
as
and
the
I have
workshop
talked
goes.
about things that we'd like to see a
Can
workshop.
I ask one more question, please?
Yes,
I just have one more question real quick. And then you guys can tell me what you think about this, because I didn't have an opinion at all. But when it was thrown up, and it was that, they were thinking about instead of having the small farm conference, putting all the conferences, put both of the conference together. And it was Mr. Jonathan Daniel that had that idea, to do it sometime like that. So that may go to what Andrea is talking about in terms of maybe the date, changing the date or whatever. I'm not sure, but I know it did come up, amongst that group. And that did come up. I'm not sure whether or not they're gonna do that or not, but, it was, mentioned. And I just, so I just wanted to share it with you guys so you could also think about it and give great feedback, when and if they ask you about it.
Okay.
Right. That's good to know. Thanks.
Thank you. And getting on to our next item that I really wanted to cover, is our fish fry cookout coming up in July. Anybody else have any comments on the conference before we? So, the date is, hope everybody knows, is July 13th, and it's starting at noon, at Huckabuck Farm.
Just address.
I have 765 Smyrna Landing Road, Smyrna, Delaware. Is that correct, Andrea?
Yes, that's correct.
You again. We'd also like to get a head count of how many people that you expect to bring with you, so that, have enough food and, any contributions.
How do you want people, Gwen, to respond to you with regard to how many people they're bringing? Do you want them to email it to you? I know you said you don't like to do text, so do you want them to send you that information via email or call you?
I don't have, I don't have any problems with, like, the ones here and on this Zoom. They know about, I think, pretty much everybody except maybe Chris, that doesn't use that text chat. It's just that,
The group chat, but.
yeah, the group, any form and all form, we're just trying to figure out a way to include everybody and not forget anybody, or leave anybody out. But I was hoping that people could give me feedback that are here, if they're coming, and an approximate number,
Right now, I have 6.
Okay.
And you want, what we gonna bring?
Now, are your grandchildren coming?
That's what I'm trying to get them to come this
Yeah,
one.
because,
Yeah.
we are gonna have a puppet show.
Yes.
Okay.
At our last meeting, I guess that was in April, they mentioned. Okay. Trying to remember
Is
their
your
name.
grandchild gonna be,
I hope so.
because mine will wanna play with
Yeah.
yours.
There was a lady that, I can't remember her name, she was writing an article on Tim Harmon, and they do puppet shows. She and her husband, they were gonna do a puppet show at our cookout in July. So that's why he's, he wanted to know how many kids or
Right.
whatever would be coming, so.
That
So,
would be good for 'em.
Marjorie's
Say that.
6, and
Are you taking what we're bringing?
Are you coming, Chopper?
and if you're bringing,
We're gonna, bring I'm gonna say it wrong again, a vegan,
a vegan,
my girl, my daughter says I said vegan.
a vegan dish.
Vegan, no,
Okay.
not vegan dish,
Can't
vegan
eat that brain.
pasta salad.
Oh,
My
vegan
daughter's gonna fix it.
pasta salad,
Puppet show.
okay. And I guess most of you
Don't
know,
want Anthony to waste away.
Tim's doing fish and hot dogs and hamburgers, did you say?
Yeah, I'll do hamburgers, hot dogs, fish, and Harry, you're doing lamb? Lamb. What else do we need?
Do
You need
rolls.
rolls,
Like, yes, I could do chips and probably a couple of side dishes like baked beans and probably, like potato, Michael could do a potato salad,
bean, potato salad,
right? and chips. I've got cups and, don't worry about cups and plates, because I already have that silverware. I've already got all that stuff just for my
Okay.
campers.
Okay.
Andrew, do you have an ice machine?
No, I mean, I just got big bags of ice that I use for this poultry, but not a machine itself, no.
Okay.
Would you need ice
Just.
I mean, I've got bags of ice that we.
I mean, if
we
I
do
have a
for
big
the chickens,
cooler, I
so
can
I've
bring
got
bags.
bags of ice in the freezer chest.
Well, I mean, we may just need some ice for keep drinks cool and.
Like I said, I have a big cooler,
Okay.
if you need it.
I mean, I've got trash cans too that can be filled with a plastic bag and just throw ice in there and just throw all your drinks in that.
Yeah, we can do that.
So, we got pasta, potato salad, and what about, rolls and paper goods, I guess, and I was gonna bring a
Yeah,
cake.
paper,
She
yeah,
already
paper
has
goods
that.
I have. I've got paper goods.
And
and then plastic, like utensils, like in the little plastic with the,
Right,
the
okay.
fork and the knife and the, napkin. I've got a lot of that in my house, cause I give it to my campers, but when people have events, I just have extras here for people to have, so I got plenty of that in my basement.
What's a good time to show up, Andrew, to get started?
Anytime, you come in the morning,
Um,
you just roll right on up to the yard and roll right on up to the house.
You
Roll
better-
right on up
you
to the
better
house.
give him a
Set up,
time.
set up out there. Y'all, if we know where you're gonna set up, just keep it moving. I don't need to be outside that, if it's at noon and you want the grill, and I'm assuming that that grease and stuff will start getting hot. I'm
yeah,
assuming people wanna be there at least about 9.
right, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You said be there by 9?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
get
What
started.
time does it start?
Okay.
Noon,
Andrew, what time?
noon.
Yep.
Do you want me to
I
create
would
a
like to
link?
bring my three,
And that way
my
people
3
can
kids
register
as well
if they
with
wanna
me.
bring a sign.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
And that way you can send it out to the email, but we can also set it up in the group
Chat.
meet.
okay.
But I'm gonna send them the link, so they can go to the, but yeah.
That would help. Because what I also do is I try to copy what's in the chat and put it on the other text message. Hold on the other group chat. I know like Mr. Folks, he called me.
Right.
He does see the text, he will not probably respond to it, but he'll call. So. And the Daniels, I'm surprised they're not here or on the link, they must not have.
I can update them when I see them.
Okay. But that would be great if you could try to update the chat and link. For,
Well, Andrea, this is Anthony. I've been shooting like content and different things for the Tim. I shot Tim and I shot the Daniels brothers. If you wanted me to come down to your farm, you needed some content shot, just let me know.
I'll say 6 for
Uh,
me too.
Most definitely. So I'll, I have your phone number, so we can sidebar,
Okay.
chat, and do that.
Yeah, use it.
That would be lovely.
Of course.
Actually, if you want, I mean, July 6th, I'm doing my open house, my farm open house on the 6th of July. So I've opened up the property to other vendors who are not just here south of the canal, but some people that are north of the canal. So I'm not charging the vendors. It's kind of more or less a open house of homesteaders, farmers, people who make goat soaps and tinctures and teas, and I'll be probably selling my eggs and my chicken meat because the chickens will be processed on the 30th of June. So this event is July 6th, which is a Saturday, from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. So if you have time to come down on that day and just do some photos or whatever, that would be awesome. But I'm trying to open it up so that people know who we are as homesteaders and farmers, etc. I want people to know that if you can't get eggs from me, that there's a homestead farm that's up north in there who's got, 7 or 8 chickens that can give you a half a dozen of eggs or whatever. I didn't charge the vendors because it really wasn't about, for me, selecting a $50 or $100 vendor fee, but more or less bringing people to my property, bringing people and their social media to the property as well as to the other people that are in the area. I think if we're just too closed in. So I've had a couple of people outside the ones that I tagged in my flyer that I posted today. I've had 3 other individuals text me to ask if they can come. So Trish from Maryland, from Little Farm, one of her old employees, Morgan, reached out to me that she wants to set up a table so that people know that she deals with rescue animals. So she's setting something up. I asked her, it would be lovely if I could get something like a donkey or whatever, because although I have the goats, I've got a couple of volunteers that are here to help, because I can't man all the spaces with regard to selling my few products with my Cash App, Venmo, etc., as well as walking people around and doing a whole lot of talking about that kind of whatnot. So a lot of people that come to my farm on a regular, they have offered to volunteer. So I have an adult that will be sitting in that goat pen, letting people come in and out, 10, 15-minute increments as they're there with the pets, etc. So she might try to bring a donkey. I usually try to squeeze it in to see if she found a Highland cow that would be cute. But yeah, I got some blow up, some inflatables, got some ice cream. Lady Brenda who has an ice cream shop in Middletown who just opened up. She does that. What is it? The Woodstone, some famous ice cream creamery.
Woodstown
So she's a part of that. So she's bringing ice cream. So I'm just really trying to have a almost like just an open thing that if you have a business, whether it be north or south, that's pertaining to something on the farm level and or not, but just to come out so that people can know who we are. And the rain date is that Sunday. So it's Saturday the 6th, 10 in the morning to 2. People are coming about an hour or so ahead of time, bringing their own tents, their own chairs. And I'm asking any of the individuals who are coming out just to hang out, bring your own chair. I've got plenty of picnic tables, but in case you don't have a space and you want to hang out, to bring your chairs just to sit around and talk. We'll have some, boom box set up with some music and go from there. So that's on the 6th. Having some information, I need some flyer information about our organization, just to put at my table by my register where people will be checking folks out. We can kind of add that and put that in the bag just as a knowledgeable piece for them to have information wise.
Okay. Yeah, well, when we chat about it, if you want to do like a, do like a promo video or something like that for it, we could post that on the social media for the farmers as well, on the FSAAFA socials.
That'll work.
Cool.
Okay.
That will work. So I want people to start realizing what it takes to do farming, because I know nothing and I still don't know a lot. I really don't know a lot. I might carry myself like I do, but I really don't know a lot. So trying to get other knowledgeable people that have been doing things before me to come and be able to share their information, share how they got started in the business. I talked to Tim to say, or James to say, I had a whole thing of broccoli that it went to waste just because it flowered. Now, could I have cut all those broccoli heads and got into a farmer's market? Most definitely. But a lot of the farmer's markets that I attend, Bright Spots and other big kind of farming produce companies are there that regardless, my 80 to 100 heads that I've brought in small increments, whatever, is still quote unquote in competition with that because they have several things at their stand from every piece of produce you got. So a lot of my goats kind of ate that broccoli. But it's to really let people understand what fresh means. Fresh means you need to come pick now, not come get it like we do at the grocery store where it has the preservatives or whatever on it to keep it fresh for those few days. So it's just even sharing that information with folks to understand when you're doing something, this is what it is. So if I can't get you to come out with Smyrna to get my stuff, there's a lady in Bayer, there's a lady in Newark, there's a lady in Newcastle that I know that has stuff that you can kind of go get.
Yeah, we've been kind of doing some like kind of educational videos. When I went to Tim, I recorded him planting his, well, not planting, spraying his field. And, he was talking about different things like that. And then we met, what was his name again? Mike Davis.
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. He was talking, I interviewed him and he was talking about like, helping farmers out when it got in regards to seed. And then when I went to the Daniels, they were just showing off what they were growing this year. So simple stuff like that. I can make little reels out of it, little minute reels, and just share it with the public of what we do. So
Yeah, that would be helpful, big time.
Okay.
But yeah, so on the picnic, you know, show up when you show up. It's an outdoor event. Do we have a rain date?
For the
So
13th,
we're
you
doing
mean?
that Saturday. You know, I have that triathlon that I'm doing that Sunday, the 14th. So do we have a rain date or a postponement of time if the weather is bad that morning, but it's good that afternoon? What's the plan for that?
We didn't.
Or we just gonna keep it going and just kind of, because I don't have big tent. I've got 10 by 10 tent, so I can put, you know, my 2 or 3 up, but I don't have a big tent.
Our group has one, but.
Can you stand the rain?
I
We're
don't
not for no thunderstorms.
Right, and yeah, we don't have a rain date. Do we need to try to pick one?
All of the Saturdays from then until September, well, for me, Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah,
27 for me, and something else at a time at the church.
I guess we just have to cancel.
Or she
Yeah.
said, like, if you don't do it at noon, like if you wanna bump it to 4 o'clock, possibly. I'm
Yeah,
just saying, just so it,
time-wise, yeah, if weather permits.
Right, yeah.
then maybe have to stay in communication with everybody, who has signed up
Yeah.
to come.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we should be able to have a good idea. You can figure 50. So we're doing on that Saturday. We should be able to make some type of judgment call
Right,
by that Wednesday, Thursday.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I would say we need to keep an eye out based on midweek.
Media, I'll say media for rain, for weather conditions, I guess, whatever, for cancellations. Okay, anything else on the, fish fry?
That's it for me.
So if I do rolls, cake, and beverages, is that everything covered, Lou? Is there anything else that we need?
Well, she said she's doing chips and potato salad
Beans.
and beans, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do those 2 sides. Do we have anybody that wants to do any desserts or anything?
That's
Any
what I said,
little
I was
pound
gonna
cakes
get,
or cookies or.
I was gonna get a cake, or, the first one we had, there was a big lady that baked one from Sussex Conservation District, she, it was a beautiful layer cake, and I was gonna try to get a layer cake, or maybe I'll do some desserts, other desserts.
Just some of the people are absolutely doing dessert.
Yeah, could be. Or we could ask, other people to bring desserts or some other sides or whatever.
Yeah, somebody wants to bring macaroni salad or something.
I thought about corn, but I'm not sure. Oh, look who's here. There he is.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Come on in.
Just in time, we were just getting ready to get to the tour.
Oh, good. All right.
Cause you're
next one, yeah, we were just finishing up talking about the,
That's
July
fine.
13th cookout.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
can you bring dessert?
Uh-huh.
Can you, your baker?
July 13th.
Uh-huh.
Let me check my schedule and see, because right now everything is kind of tightening up with summer programming.
Yeah.
So I'll check this.
That's right, you don't usually get to come to the fish thing.
No, yes. Yeah,
Must
summertime.
be a bad date for you.
Time is usually a time where I'm just running. Yeah.
Okay, we'll check back on that later, but the next thing on the agenda was the farm. tour.
Okay, yeah, so good. So basically, this year, we'll be having the farm tour on August 14th and 15th. I know that last year, we had 19 people, and basically, I'm trying to shoot for, 30 people really. 19 people is not adequate, and so hopefully, we can get at least, at least 15 people from the association. This year's bus tour is going to be in south and central Jersey, and it may also include a small part of southeast Pennsylvania, right? But most likely it is going to be in south and central Jersey. The goal this time is to visit about six sites. I realized that last year we basically visited 8 sites, and we were always rushing, right? So hopefully, this time, we can actually have more time to really experience the farm, without people actually rushing. So, so far, I have identified about 4, what I have confirmed, around 3 sites. One is a winery, one is an agrivoltaic farm, and one is actually one of those business incubation center. So basically, for people who are interested in converting production materials into value-added materials, we are going to be going to that center and actually see what you need to basically scale up our production. Other places I'm basically exploring are mixed farms with farmers market, a vertical garden, and hopefully, I would like to visit an aquaculture facility, but that is actually 50-50 now. But hopefully, by the end of this week, I should confirm, most of those sites. Now the flyer for the actual event, that might be coming out, I would say at the end of this month, and I would suggest that you guys indicate interest, because it's first come first serve basis. However, though, for the farmers who have actually gone there, I think that they basically benefit from seeing a wide diversity of agriculture production systems. You get to network with farmers, you get to network with agricultural businesses, as well as educators, right? So, everything is in gear, and the planning process continues. You know, once I get those final sites confirmed, then I would give clearer information on registrations and stuff like that.
Okay.
So pretty much.
And what is this? And what is this for again, Andy?
This this is our annual small farmers bus tour, and
Bus
we
tour, got it. Okay.
yes. And the thing is, Andre, you know, I expect to see you there. Anyway, yes. So there.
That's gonna be when again?
August 14th and 15th.
Yeah, stay overnight.
So basically, yes. So basically, we actually go and visit a series of sites, and then in the evening, we would stop off at a hotel, and you know, that basically is the time that you get to go to a restaurant, and you get to socialize and interact with other participants on the bus, right?
And give me the month again, because I was getting out of the car when you were saying, I'm sorry. So what month is this?
You know, August 14th and 15th. Wednesday, Thursday. And yeah. So basically, that's it for the bus tour.
Are you going on any vegetable farms? Cause these people need to see it's farm freshness from that field, processed and to the market that day.
Yes. So we intend to basically visit two of them. Yeah.
Right.
Two mixed farms, the farmers market.
Yeah, cause it's
set up. Yeah.
it's really interesting.
Good point. Yeah.
Cause a lot of people say that's old, that's bull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That stuff goes there that day, right
Yeah.
from that field.
Yes.
I know we all fertilize those places.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, both of them, are in South Jersey.
Yeah, but most all of South Jersey is vegetable farms.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, any more questions?
The flyer, you said it's gonna come out, is that?
Yeah, at the end of the month.
Right, yeah.
Most likely, no. Do you have a better option that you would suggest? Okay.
Usually be in, I think the last year we offered scholarship for any that needed. So I would, I guess through our chat, post that it's still available. People have to contact us if they're interested in scholarship.
Yes. Yeah, and most likely the price is going to be between $75 and $100, and that basically covers lunch on the first day. It covers hotel expenses. It covers transportation expenses. And yet I'm not sure if I can cover lunch on the second day, but I'm trying to secure some funds to actually secure lunch, lunch on the second day. Also on the second day too, most likely we are gonna stay at a hotel that maybe offer continental breakfast. Yeah.
Put me down, I'm going.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. All right. Any more questions?
I think that's it.
Hey, and the thing is, right? You can bring your significant other, your business partner. it doesn't matter, so, yes, that is good. I mean, I think that small farms are basically about families anyway. So we tend to encourage that. Actually, I have, 5 folks from Northern Wilmington, who have actually indicated interest in the tour. All right, but this tour is primarily designed for people who are new, like the first 5 years into production. But basically, people who are already in production will definitely benefit from the tour.
I'm impressed with what they do there. I mean,
Yeah.
First time I went to Jersey, took it all now, about 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen trees in rows, harvest in rows,
Yeah.
and they take them right up. They'll wash them, they'll pack them, and to the market. That is interesting to see those.
Yes. Yeah.
Farms.
Yeah. We basically saw one last year in West Virginia.
fact that
Actually went to a place.
I've got campers
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
already
I
covered.
mean, it was.
So you're saying the 14th of August?
Yes, 14th and 15th of August.
Yeah, so there, I mean, I would have to have, I mean, I've got people that are, Aaron, this guy who's texting me now, I'm trying to see what his dates are. But based on somebody that I already have booked,
Okay.
I've got somebody that's coming that I think August 14th, she's doing for, Jeannie is doing from the 14th to the 19th.
Okay.
But she's bringing her camper. So my husband can handle that. It's just when I have people that are not a certain type of camping, I like to be here because he's got his real estate meetings, also the kind of stuff that goes on that he's not as attentive, so not on purpose, but just because of his other stuff. So the 14th is a Tuesday. No, 14th of August is
Wednesday.
what day?
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. Yeah, his meetings are heavy Mondays and Wednesdays. So I'll navigate through that to kind of see, because sometimes folks don't even show up until wee hours of the night, 8, 9 o'clock. Check-in is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they sometimes don't show up until late at night. So as long as he knows where they have to go, based on me telling him who's booked and what they're doing, then I'm good. And if it's only kind of like a one-night thing, then I'm fine. But if it's a couple of days, he's not going to stay with the nanny by himself. He can't do that animals, real estate, and campers. It's too much.
Okay. Okay.
But if it's one
I
night,
understand.
I should be able to slide away. What I have to do is attend that, enjoy that, and then be able to get back.
Right. No, the thing is also to, basically because, Jersey is close by, you might, have the option of going one day. You know what I mean? So, if you want to visit maybe the farm that we've seen on that day, you're available. You can drive and,
You have the
Come by.
itinerary kind of mapped out, because like
Yes.
Uncle Jack, I'm supposed to be up in Boston,
yes,
and it's supposed to end on the 14th.
right,
But depending on
yes,
what you have
yes,
planned, I might try to get back sooner.
okay,
But I need to know before I book my reservation.
okay. Yes, hopefully by next week, I have it mapped, and then, I can send it to you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
And then the other things that I have just upcoming, fall dates, if we're gonna have a harvest dinner and support the, food pantry here at BSU. I don't think we did it last year, but just want to keep it on our schedule.
Is it something that's still needed?
We actually did, James, you actually gave me some things, and I gave it to
Oh.
yeah. So, We did.
Okay.
That constant.
And are we interested in trying to set, oh, I just wanna verify. Are we gonna continue to always have our meetings on the third Monday?
Well, I know that, up until, September, that the third Monday is the best year. Because, farm school actually conflicts with the other one.
And does anybody have any objection to keep it? the
Fine
first
with me.
Okay.
I'm fine with the third Wednesday, third Monday.
Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna trying to look at a date for a harvest dinner that we usually have, fall, winter, or to be determined later.
Well, I guess we can talk about it on the 13th.
Yeah, that's true. Good idea. Okay, well, if there's no other,
I'd like to, since I've used my ink for those, reports, I'd like to pass the mic.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Always house.
this is, from our treasurers. This is just notices about, this is a treasurer's report about dues, people that have paid versus. It's on there. We're trying to make that.
I need to still pay.
And we'll have to, I guess, post this, some of them can post it. Maybe, see, I'll look at the list and anybody that's on here, maybe give them acknowledgement that.
Along with that, this is the only organization that I've ever belonged to that did not have a date. Everything else I belonged to, your dues had to be paid by a certain date.
I thought it was, January 1st.
Oh, is it? I see, I wasn't
I
aware
know
of
that
that.
it was stated, but
Oh, see, I wasn't aware of that.
I guess we need to state it so
yeah.
it's clear.
So can I move to have, a motion to actually set a date, when when the fee become due?
Second.
Okay? And that date will be January 1st, is that what you're saying?
That what you're saying?
Okay.
Yeah?
Any objection to January 1st being the date the dues are due for the year?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
Tony wanted to pay them when you had the dinner. But they didn't want that.
Like from September to December 31st, you can pay. But she was just saying the deadline to be counted for the new year will be
The
January.
deadline.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I haven't paid them. I tried to pay. At that dinner, Ellen, yeah, that's the only time I've had a chance to pay it.
Okay, well,
Oh, and also I'd like to, please, Margie's been great in giving receipts. Please, if you have not gotten a receipt from Marjorie, see her, because, that's our best record that your dues are paid, and you can, correspond that with what's in the back.
Now, this is not, do with this, but it might help some of you. Remember when you came down my drive, there was a big tree on this side and a big tree on that, the road. Those were oak trees and the state has cut them and the wood's just there, so if some of you want oak wood, it's just sitting there, come get it before somebody
maybe
else
we
takes
should
it.
say something to, Andrew.
Andrew who?
Andrew.
Do you have his information, Andrea?
Who? Oh, Andrea,
What information?
what?
His phone number, and that Andrew that came down to,
Oh, yeah, I do.
he may want the wood.
Because people are gonna take it, I'm assuming, because it's just laying there.
I can't think of his last name. I don't have his
He's
information.
not one of our members.
No, but he wants to be.
Right, he can't.
Yeah, he wants to be.
I don't see
Can you take a picture? and
So
put it
that's
in the
somebody
group
who
chat?
wanted, it's Andrew Mays.
That's what it is, I couldn't think of it. I've been acting slow.
Andrew May, do you need his phone number?
If you wanna put it in a chat, I could
Yeah.
pass it on.
Or she could see it.
I'm on my phone, so hold on.
Also, anybody interested in a vegetable washer? I'll take a picture and post it on our chat. Vegetable washer and probably a what do you call it? A spike for hay for a tractor.
Might be, you might be interested in that.
Yeah, I mentioned it to Harry, yeah. I should post pictures. Yeah. All right, if there's no other,
To make sure you signed in, so she has.
has everybody initialed or signed this that's here?
I did.
Anthony, can you sign for me?
Sure.
Yeah.
On here,
And-
Anthony?
I'll try to mimic the handwriting I see right now. It'll be a little neater.
Oh.
What, just
everybody said
just
it.
Anthony can sign for you, I'll sign for you.
I've been watching. So just initial, right?
Yeah, initial put on their video or Zoom or whatever this is, via Zoom. And that would be fine. If it's via Zoom, then we'll know. That too. But did you sign?
I did.
Andy, where are you
Anybody
usually
else
on
have
campus?
any other questions? Some of you missed the, information on FSA and the county committee. There was a presentation by FSA on the, county committee election. And these are additional, I don't know.
I'll take.
So,
And I wanted to share about my name, if it's okay.
yes.
I wanted to just share something, which just to let you know that, Demco does, we do mini grants. And so, I just wanted you to know, if we don't, usually takes, like 2 pages or, it's really small, but we do small in terms of the application. So we do many grants, so I was thinking you guys, if you thought about that, or you needed like additional, help with the workshops or other things, you can apply, because we take them ongoing as a rolling, almost like we do rolling admission, we take rolling applications. So I just wanted to let you know, unsolicited one, just in case.
Oh, thank you. It's good to know. Yeah, if there's no other, questions, comments, or topics for discussion. But I think we do need to, going back to Andrea, we need to, try to put it on our schedule to look into, additional workshops and just, topics, things that you like to
That'll be good.
see.
Well, I'll be talking to Raymond Miller, Thursday too, so maybe he'll, do something out to his farm as well.
Okay.
I know Friday they have some kind of thing that they're doing for livestock, but that's out on 42.
I
This
mean,
Friday?
something hooves, trimming hooves, or being able to give a basic shot to your goats, whatever, anything of that nature, but everything takes, I'm just looking at it as a preparation. Like, I can't just walk my goat into an open space to be able to do that particular type of workshop. So that's why even like, what is the space conducive to? Is it inside of a hall, or is it a gym? What's the flooring like? Who's responsible for
I
cleaning?
understand what you
There's
mean.
so many other moving parts to that. Milking a goat. What type of goat? Even if somebody brought a milking goat, to know what the difference is based on trying to have a goat that is a good milking goat compared to my pygmy who's not a good milking goat right now. So so on a lifestyle, that's great. But I really look at my friend base who lives in neighborhoods and who have HOAs who are either sneaking in a few chickens, no rooster type of situation. These are the people that are coming out, the people that are in my farm class. These are people that are living in neighborhoods. Not everybody is on 15 acres, 10 acres, or even in not in a non-development. The average person who's coming is something that they're dreaming about doing and want to get started. So I think you need to lean towards more of a person who wants to start this lifestyle to the person who's really doing it to then James what you're doing. It's really to me a three stages of this type of growing. For the 4 years that I've been doing it, I've changed so many times on all the type of stuff that I'm doing. Based on how long it's taking, the preparation, the financial cost to it. James, you and I talked about that. It's a lot. So I think you need to really cater to your audience. All that to say, the audience really needs to be vetted to know who to be catering to for that type of workshop and hands-on.
Well,
I just think November is such each time of the year.
it sounds like on the 13th, maybe we need to set up a little spot for a little chat and chew type thing,
Yeah.
and we can discuss a lot of that then. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm definitely for that.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can throw around different ideas and come up with a lot of different results, you know?
Right. Right. And even on the financial part, Ms. Marsh, that you were talking about, they just need to really, I think, dig a little deeper in the structure of the financial part, opposed to just letting people know about the grants and whatnot. So it's great to have it, but it's the scarcity of you being able to receive a grant and to understand that when you're getting that, the structure that you're under when you're getting a grant. I mean, I had to get special permission with Gwen and James helping me talk to Justin, and we're actually pushing my high tunnel and everything along. So I had it, but I still had to get permission on when I could actually start working under the high tunnel. So once they gave that to me, great, but the drip irrigation, that's still not here. Because I needed to actually have CR come out and tell me that where they're putting the well, because it's being dug 185 feet deep, is that area undisturbed with any type of whatever. Overgrade site and all that kind of stuff. So it's almost backwards on how they're kind of doing that, because the quotes that I got in receiving the grant from NRCS were based off of where I told them I was putting everything. Now they're saying, oh, they gotta come by and check if that area is great. I would have rather you told me first if the area is great, because my quote is based on that spot. Right. So if you now come out here, which they still haven't gotten here yet because they're busy, and that's fine, I'm busy. But they tell me I have to go somewhere else, then I'm asked out financially, excuse my language. I have to come out of my pocket with some more coins or adjust something. And there's really not even much that you can adjust based on the amount of money that they're giving. So all of that is part of the financial part that they don't explain. It's just great pamphlets, beautiful literature, and it's like, here, go read it. Like what? And that's really not somewhat how it works based on how we receive it.
Right. And that, just to give you a good example, I just did a grant writing workshop, so I understand it was a big grant writing workshop, and it wasn't just USDA, but it was several institutions. I did it for some state agencies, and I did it also for people who were business owners who wanted to get additional. So it was really a grant writing clinic, but it did take me. It was an all-day event, and I went through each thing, but I did the nuts and bolts. It was just grant writing, the before process, middle process, and end. So I get it. You got to teach people all of that.
Yeah, because all they hear is money.
Right.
And they're not really understanding where that money is coming from and the short lease that you're on and receiving that money. So they think they're just gonna get something and roll with it. That's not how it works. So they gave me permission, like I said, to work on that high tunnel, but if I didn't and they had to put all the other components together, that would still be sitting here unused.
So. That's what, we also are looking at a relief fund for farmers. That's the other thing we're looking at, it's just trying to get it off the ground. Cause that's better, it's easier and it's just better for the, farmers and it's less paperwork. But, you know, we're working on it.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot. I'm glad that I have been introduced to the organization and been introduced to doing all of this because it is an eye opener on so many different levels that sometimes and it'll allow some people, if you really give them real conversation, to really see if that's something they want to delve into. Like if it's like, nah, I'm not. So right now, I basically have out of pocket everything else on my farm outside of what I just got from NRCS, and I'm grateful for it, but it costs money. It costs money. I mean, if you don't have a well, if you don't have water, how you gonna water that bad boy?
Well, they do wells, right? But you said, I couldn't understand part of, I guess, your comments about the well, Andrea?
The well, yeah, the well. Like I have a well, but I have to have a second well. And even with me getting that second well, you're supposed to use that well for this project.
Right. And there's, and another thing that you have to remember within our.
I'm here to your property every day, checking in. But there's certain things I think in the lingo that really needs to be explained on what I almost want to call on the street level. Layman's term level, opposed to just making people feel like because everybody that comes to my property or even just me generally talk like, oh, you get a grant, you get a grant. I'm like, this is not how it works. No, it's not. Now that I'm in the game, that's just not how it works. They're great, but it's not as easy as they're thinking.
No, correct. And you have to follow the letter.
Being female, being African American, that there's not a lot of farmers. I felt all that, but now that I'm in it, it doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm. Yes. There are a lot of details that people overlook sometimes. Yeah.
A lot.
Andrea, yes, you know, you need to invite me to your farm soon.
July 13th.
You guys need to invite you to the farm.
Yeah, your farm.
July
your
6th.
garden. Oh, it's July 6th? Oh,
I'll
okay.
give y'all quick because I'm outside.
Okay.
I watch dogs. So let me try to get myself on this
Follow
screen.
her on Insta.
So
Okay, all right.
I can.
Yeah. You know, okay, I'll call you, and schedule a visit.
And you have it blurry.
Yeah, it's blurred.
Is it blurry?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
She blurred
look
the
at that.
background.
I don't know how to unblur the bag.
When you go to your view settings, let's see.
Okay.
Under video, it'll say, add a background, and then you will need to edit and put none instead of blur.
Is that on the settings for the Zoom?
Yes.
Yep.
Nah.
Okay.
So hold on. Yeah, it's not. By the time I get to that, y'all gonna pack them and put the keys in the car. But for the most part, you can see the space. So I've got flowers over here, peppers and ginger, basil here, all the tomatoes are here. So you can at least in the blurriness see all the rooms.
It's a lot of work.
Okay.
Amen.
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 Look.
Amen. It's a lot. But I like, my husband gets on me because he tells me that you're out here sweeping dirt. Because I sweep the roads, because I like things to be neat. But I like things to be organized and somewhat together.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
But I love it. So that's another thing. If I can teach people how to really come into your own of loving what it is you like to do, I'll probably just be doing this next year and doing more flowers. But those veggies, I've been doing for 4 years, and I really do hate wasting food. So that's another whole rant.
You know,
Another whole rant.
You know, Andre, I would like to bring some students to your farm next week. Is that possible?
That is possible, except for the 28th, because that's my birthday, and I will be doing a mini skydive.
Okay, though. Oh, wow, great.
Okay,
then I'll contact you.
Email too. She's coming out on, if I'm not mistaken, I need to respond to her based on the time. I think we did pick a date. But like the 5th through the 7th, someone is coming to you guys some specialists. She's going to have a group come out between the 5th and the 7th. It's the specialists, the people that are coming between those 2 days. So I think we picked like the 5th. I realize that the 6th wouldn't work. So whatever day, this is August, that some people are supposed to come out and walk around or whatever.
Okay, great.
So when is her?
So just text me, Andy, and let me know what day.
Okay, though.
Did you need Andrew May's information?
Yeah, I will.
Andrew May's, did you need his information? It's ready.
Is she?
Yeah, put it in the chat,
right
phone
now.
number.
That's right. We need it.
I mean, I don't know who Andrew is, but she.
See the hat that she has on?
Mhm.
When we get ready
He
for
came to the Black Farmers Index dinner that we had, like 3 weeks or so ago.
Marjorie, did you
Well,
want
you
to write
know,
it down?
That was a no.
And he
I can tell
does
it to you if you want to write it down.
He's got,
Oh, yeah,
what is
we
it,
know.
James? He's got a lot of acres,
It's,
like almost I wanna say 30 acres where he
719.
actually sets up
Dinner.
different trees,
The
different, you know,
432.
things of wood and sells it. And he also has ducks and some geese and some chickens and things on his property,
29.
but he has a lot of space.
And he lives in Ellendale?
No, he lives in
He
Hartley.
lives a little further than me, is he in Camden?
Now
He's
Hartley,
not
isn't
far.
it? Isn't he in Hartley?
Yeah, he's like within a half hour, cause I'm supposed to be giving him some ducks that somebody couldn't take care of, cause I couldn't take any more on really. But the girl never dropped him off. But he's not that far from me, cause I told him once he gets into my house, which he never did, he was like a half-hour drive. So that's within, you know, the Camden area, that kind of space. But he's supposed to be trying to come. I'll reach out to him again. Michelle and her husband and their son, hopefully, I gave her the date for the picnic. I'll see if Jamie Franklin can come with her husband and kids. So we have at least another, 6 people on my side that are coming. I know a lot of the other parents, their kids have graduated from high school and they get ready for all of that. But they're not young kids, so I come to this picnic for puppet shows and stuff. But Jamie and Michelle's kids are, their sons.
Can we get the address again, please?
I'll put it in the chat.
So-
And if you just real
Tell 'em
quick,
it's on there.
Marcia, to Google how to
Mhm.
farm
It's on, I don't know who got these
That's
addresses.
space,
I
I'll put it in
emailed
the
it.
chat.
Oh, she's on there.
Andrea?
Yeah.
What is it?
Who's that address you talking about?
There, where they,
$1,000, yeah, it's on there.
okay. It's on the agenda, but I wasn't sure if it was posted. You posted, cause I don't know.
The agenda?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you sent out by email. I just sent out the link to the Zoom.
Oh, okay, but I don't, I had an old list.
I
I
just
just
added
the
it
new
to the
people
chat.
aren't on it.
See, that's what we
Address.
need, we need.
'Cause I don't think I have
I
it.
don't have
You're
anything
welcome.
listed
Andrew,
of
you
all
don't
the
have
people
a,
that's supposed
email,
to go
right?
to the
I don't
school.
have your email.
To me?
Yeah.
I don't have it either, 'cause I tried.
It's, I'll,
Okay. Okay,
I'm
we'll
gonna-
post it. We'll
we gonna
post
come
it.
together and have a list, and then who's not on the list, they'll be able to add to it.
Okay,
Cause that's on the way out right now.
Right.
all right.
Right.
My butt's going.
Okay, I think we're ready to, close the meeting.
I'm not trying to be nasty.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So,
If there's no other,
Andy, you're calling me, Jesus help. Trying to set up a video shoot. And that's about that, trying to get some more people to the picnic. Go from there.
Yeah, you could give me, if you're free tomorrow, we can check tomorrow.
Okay. I am, so anytime, probably the best time for me would be, before 11, because I got this homeschool coming tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So if you good between 9 and 11, if not, then after 3:30, because they're here from 11 to 3.
If you,
So what's better for you?
I'll go after
it doesn't,
that, I'm like,
Probably closer to between like 10 and 11, I should be up. Just, if you should,
Let's do the afternoon. Well, I want you to have all your faculties. I want you to have your coffee. I want you to get your, like I tell my husband, your Chinese marbles
It'll
in
be
the right
nice
spot.
when they go, but it have that light.
yeah, we can do afternoon. My thing, I'll be fishing, so I'll be fishing in the morning, so we can do afternoon, that's fine.
Yeah, let's do the afternoon. So I'll text you and see if you're good, and we'll go from there. Cause I'll text you based on the fact that everybody's gone from my property. Of course, you calling me saying I got a few more minutes, so I'll call you when everybody's gone.
Okay.
Seven dogs.
Cool.
All right, so,
I'm sorry, everybody else fine.
Mr. Chairman, could you pray us out? Unless anybody else wants to say or. Hi. We said it, it is.
It's good seeing everybody. I'm
Yeah,
so good.
that's it. Good seeing you too.
Thank you.
How's your young ladies
Green,
doing?
You got good? I believe I too.
We're good.
Father God, we thank you for the meeting. We thank you for everything that's taken part today. We ask that you would continue to be with us, that you would continue to help us to come up with different ideas and guide us along the way, Father God. We ask this and all things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thanks, guys. See y'all again. We'll talk.
You know, okay.
What I would like you to do. Take care.
Okay, take care, thank you.